Oh wait, I got leveling to do here too. Alright, hey, let's do that. Wonder how long I was sitting there. Pardon. Alright, let's see. Level a deer up. I don't even know what the heck I want to do with you. Weapon specialization. Grants a damage bonus for all types of weapons shows covered by the chosen specialization. Armored Grace. Fighter is perfectly suited to wearing even bulky and restrictive suits of armor, lowering the recovering penalty. Speed penalty, okay. On bending. Regenerate 50% of endurance lost from an attack 3 times per rest. Confident aim steadies a fighter's arm, causing a percentage of graces to be converted to hits. Critical defense. Plus 20% of incoming crits converted to hits, plus 10% of hits converted to graces. Sounds like that'd be really nice for him. I'm more worried about defense with him than I am about killing power, because that's what Liquid specialized in doing. Pierce damage and leaving him dazed. Overbearing guard. Disengagement attacks have increased. Okay, I'm not too worried about disengagement attacks. Fearless, immune to okay, yeah. Where's it at? Critical defense. Let's do that. Done. Aloth. Survival's gonna go up. You need some spells here, and these are all new spells, aren't they? Wondrous Torment. Drains the target's resolve, intellect, and perception, creating 2 less powerful versions of the effect that jumps to nearby enemies when the first effect ends. Blast of Frost. Creates a bitter surge of ice and freezing cold air, inflicting freeze damage on anyone caught in the conical area of effect. It's like Fan of Flames, and I'm guessing, except probably a little bit more narrow. Call to Slumber. Causes a group of enemies to momentarily fall asleep, falling unconscious for a short duration. Makes me wonder how effective that's going to be against high-level enemies. Sitzel's Spirit Lance. Deals pierce damage and causes a foe-only blast explosion like wands do. Okay. Safeguard. Insidious magical contingency activates when a caster hits 50% endurance. He or she immediately knocks all immediately close enemies prone while gaining a defense reduction and defense bonus. Plus 20 all defenses, plus 10 damage reduction for 84 seconds. That's actually not too bad. Malignant Cloud. Raw damage. Anyone in the cloud every few seconds. 14 seconds. 1624 raw damage. Okay. Targets hit with a stuck affliction becomes an anchor for a frigid ray of energy from the wizard that does freeze damage to creatures in his path. Causes enemies in area of effect to envision their worst fears, causing them to be weakened or terrified. Torrent of Flame. Instantiates a terrifying inferno of flame around a caster, inflicting burn damage on everyone nearby. Wall of Force. Inflicts crush damage and hobbles enemies when they pass through it, but leaves allies unscathed. Duration 30 seconds. 4 to 7 crush damage, hobbled for 28 seconds. And Form of the Helpless Beast. Transforms a single kith enemy into a pig. The pig has very poor defenses but can move quickly. I'm gonna get this Safeguard spell just in case, and I think I'm gonna go with Malignant Cloud. Spell Mastery. Oh, he gets that. He gets what Durance has. I'm real tempted to go for Ghost Blades. Ghost Blade seems like it would be fairly useful. And that's like, what, once per encounter? Yeah. Minor Missiles. Nah. Sicken. Area of Effect, prone for 5.6 seconds. Or rather, I'm sorry. Slicken. Chill Fog. 13 to 20 freeze damage, area of effect, duration 21 seconds, blinded for, you know what? I'm actually not going to go for Ghost Place, I'm going to go for Chill Fog. We'll try that whole deal out. And Sagani. Mechanics, get another level in that. Alright, defensive bond. Self plus 15 defense against area of effect attacks. Animal companion plus 15 defense against area of effect attacks. Excuse me. Range attacks bounce one time. Now when it says bounce, does it mean it hits behind them? So if there's nothing behind them, it's not going to do anything? Or does it mean it actually bounces like a damn it. What the hell's the word I'm looking for? Man, pinball. It's too early. Instructs the animals, a ranger's animal companion to rush a target, knocking it prone 2 times per encounter. Binding roots. Target stuck for 34.5 seconds. That would be awesome, except by the time anybody gets a chance to do anything, the target's already in front of somebody. Vicious aim. Revive companion. Heal companion. 2 times per encounter. It's either going to be heal companion because Itomok's fairly useful, or it's going to be driving flight. Let's go with driving flight. That's probably a really stupid choice, but hey. It is what it is. I'm not going to try to figure out what Grieving Mother has going on today, since I don't have a ton of time. Instead, I actually still need to check this inn out too, or whatever this is. Maybe I'll take a walk in here real quick. This broken tower, I don't think this is like an encounter or anything. I think it's supposed to be a store. I also gotta stop and check my phone in here for a second. Can't find it anywhere. I nev. Talk about this later. Get back to the dice. I'll take care of our customer. Alright. Hi, I'm here to talk to you guys. How's it going? Oh, there's something hidden over here. How'd she find that hidden object without me actually looking for it? I thought she had to be, like, searching for something. I'm not one for chit-chat, human. Speak to Trigil if you've got questions. Alright, I'm gonna dip my hand in this vat of dye here first, actually, because I just found a courier's key. Key is stained by the dye in which you found it. I'm sure that'll come in handy for something or other. I don't know what. Perhaps this locked door over here.
How do you do?
A sturdy, broad-shouldered man wipes his hands on his slacks. He reeks of the same foul compound wafting from the vats, and his arms are stained with dye. You looking to purchase some leather? What's in the collapsed tower? Is there treasure in there? It's collapsed. Nothing. He rolls his eyes and shrugs. A few hides on stretching racks and the tallow stench Dengler's always grumbling about. The rest of the keep's dust, just like the fool lady Thanu who tried to hold it. There's a bard at the inn who will tell you the whole blazing story if you want to hear it. He wipes a splotch of dye from his elbow with his shirt tail. Something else you need. Rumbald mentioned something about an ogre. He's hardly talked about anything else since those pigs of his went missing. The whole town's been worried about that monster. People are starting to see shapes in their windows at night, hearing its growl and the snoring of their mates. It would put a lot of minds at ease if somebody got rid of it. He scrapes the red pigment under his fingernails. I sometimes venture into the wilderness, collecting ingredients for my dyes, mind you. I've seen tracks east of here, near the river, that couldn't have been anything else. Alright, so we might go hunting for that ogre before I get out of here. I shouldn't take too long, I would imagine. What can you tell me about Alice Harrod? He shrugs. Only that her father's men have been banging down doors and stirring up trouble looking for her. I never met her myself. Let me ask you something else. Let me ask you something else. Are you mocking me? Or did that just pop up? That was weird. Why is he asking me the same thing I just asked him? Alright, so you're selling a bunch of leather, girdle of mortal protection, minus 27% crit damage taken, troll hide belt, plus 1 endurance per 3 seconds. This hide has been crafted from the mossy hide of a forest troll. I don't think I need that. I don't think I'm going to mess with this guy's door yet, but I'm going to remember it's there. Since he's like standing right there, I don't know if he's going to flip out or something. Maybe he's got that Alice back there. Alice. Alright. I'm going to do one thing real quick while I'm here. For a short time. We're going to get a little bit of talking out of the way. I know, more. So there was a lot of talking yesterday, especially at the end of the stream, but I got one more main game character to talk to here. Must be at a stronghold. Actually, I can do it from the inn. I guess I need to actually talk to the person.
Hail, traveler.
I want to hire... Actually, let's see what rooms you have. Here we go. Okay, greeting mother.
Wait in the place of your strength.
Yeah, just go to Cadenua. Thanks, appreciate it. Hiravias. Accept. Recruit ventures. Okay, I don't need anything beyond that. Why are you behind the counter? Where the hell did you come from? Get back here. Okay. You need leveled up too, and you're a druid, so I have no idea how you work either. Oh, you have a little eye patch. That's neat. You have fine leather armor, so you don't have any like unique equipment, really? Shocked by that. Huh. Alright, what's your deal here? You're a 7th level druid. You're a Hearth Orlin. You're a drifter from Mir Glanfath. You got some stats. Your lore is 5. Your survival's 8, so you're not going to be that good of a mechanics kind of person to replace Sagani or anything like that. Alright, so you use spells, it looks like, and you have a few abilities. You have Second Wind, and you've got Shapeshift Stelgare. Modal once per combat, or once per encounter combat only. How's this work? So you, I guess, is Spirit Shift into a Stelgar? Is it like a druid turning into an animal or something? Wonder how strong that is. What spells do you have here? Charm Beast. The typical druid arrangement of stuff, I'm guessing. Dancing Bolts. Shock damage. Nature's Mark. First level druid spell. Deflection. Okay. Nature's Vigor. Raises max endurance on party members. Sunbeam. Intense sunlight burning and potentially blinding those caught in the area of effect. Talons reach conscious as a pair of razor sharp talons causing slash damage to all in the area of effect. Foe AoE. We like foe AoE. Tanglefoot. Tangle people unlucky enough to be caught inside. Become hobbled. Vile Thorns shoots sharp thorned vines up through the ground, causing pierce damage, potentially sicking anyone in the area of effect. Winter Wind causes an icy wind of incredible power to arise, pushing back all in the area of effect and inflicting freeze damage. Cone of Putrefaction, causing immediate corrosive damage. Blizzard, Burst of Summer Fire, Contra Lesser Blight. So you can summon Blights, that's neat. Even though Blights really aren't that strong from what I've seen of them. Forms a powerful sword with a blade of pure fire in the caster's hands that inflicts burn damage. Hold Beasts. Insect Swarm, that's what the Pogwas, or whatever they are, were using on me. Taste of the Hunt. Caster's melee weapon becomes an ideal instrument of hunting. Like a elephant gun or something? Wood skin. Beetle shell. Infestation of maggots. That sounds fun. Enemies in the area effect have their skin infested by hordes of burrowing maggots. That's disgusting. Inflicts raw damage over time. I feel like that should cause, like, a panic effect or something, because, man, that would be pretty horrific to have that happen to you. Draws on the healing power of nature, creating a rapid regeneration effect on party members. Purge of toxins. Returning storm. Stuns and deals shock. Spreading plague affects the target with virulent and debilitating disease, hobbling weakness for spreading to other enemies. Stag's Horn. Twin Stones. I've seen that before because I think I actually have scrolls of that. Boiling Spray. Calling the World's Maw. Conjure Blight. Hailstorm. Moonwell. I'm not going to look too much at these. Overwhelming Wave. Forum of the Delamingen. Allies gain a protective layer of wooden skin and are imbued with characteristics of Delamgan. And Wicked Briars. Alright. So he's got a lot of druid spells, and he turns into whatever a Stelgar is. I don't think I've actually fought one of those before yet. So I can keep giving you survival. Wild Strike Burn. Okay, what do you have here? Druid's knowledge of force of nature allows him, his or her, to automatically inflict additional burn damage when spirit shifted. Well, if I was going to give him something like that, I want to give him Corrode, probably. Bonus spells. That's different classes stuff. Looks like you like to use spears. Actually, I can give him Wild Strike Corrode. I have no idea if that's a good idea or not. I don't know how much I'm actually going to be using Hero Bias. Oh, he's got Spell Mastery. Okay, shoot. What's Vile Thorns do? Sicken and Pierce damage. AoE, if successful. Sickened. And Winter Wind. Area of effect. It's a cone. Tanglefoot, I can remember what that is. Excuse me. Foe AoE. Sunbeam. That's a healing spell. Friendly AoE. Radius from the caster on party members. I think it's going to come down to Nature's Vigor or Vile Thorns. Vile Thorns does a lot of damage. Screw it. We're going to Vile Thorn. Alright. Let's get some talking out of the way with Hiravias while we're here. So I have some time to kill.
Something?
Yeah, I need you to talk to me. What's your deal?
As a peripatetic loner, I'm not privy to the latest news, but the Hollowborn Children is a tale that has reached even my reclusive ears. Or, rather, ear.
Peripatetic. Don't start throwing a bunch of words at me that I don't know how to pronounce. What do the Glanfathan druids think of his plight?
It's been a long time since I've spoken with my circle. They'd probably tell you what I'd tell you. This plight was most certainly the consequence of someone trespassing into Nguithan places, not meant for folk. I mean, what else other than the gods could inflict punishment of such impressive scale?
What are your thoughts on the Hollowborn?
Anytime a life is separated from its soul, I wanted to pretend it was just a rumor when I first heard of it. In my youth, I'd curse the dear Woodens for being ignorant to spoilers that breed out of control. But soulless babies? What heartless gods would inflict that kind of tragedy? No parent or child deserves to be a part of that horror.
Let's talk of other matters.
Need something?
Tell me about yourself.
My second favorite subject.
He runs his fingers through his scalp, preening his fur.
What would you like to know?
How did you become trained to be a druid? Hiravias sums his half-shredded ear and thinks to himself for several seconds. It wasn't entirely by choice, not at the start at least. My ambition was to be a hunter. I merely arrived by a different trail. As a child, an Amphath came to visit. An honored guest is occasion for a grand chase, but I was left out. Instructed instead to be cupbearer to the old wise one while the rest were on hunt. I'm sure you can guess what happens. Wise Amphath gives dumb child a shred of attention. We ended up talking until the hunters returned. He gave me. His hand started across his body, scouring the pockets and folds of his tunic. This. He presents a rusted iron medallion fashioned in the likeness of a hound's head, a common icon among the frontiersmen, explorers and other seekers faithful to Galawain. Amphath insisted I be trained and none of my village would defy him. Now, he smiles broadly, I don't need a bow to hunt. Where are you from originally?
My mother's crotch. You?
Same. I meant from what land do you hail?
I grew up in Glonfoth, specifically in and around Thane Bog. My people, the Fisher Crane tribe, are migrant stewards of the land. I've walked the whole of Glonfoth many times.
What's the story behind the symbol of whale on your eye patch? Whale is known as the eyeless face, so his symbol seemed a good fit for my eye patch. He absentmindedly runs his finger along the scalp of the... I cannot read today to save my life. Along the strap of the patch band. Whale iconography is rather popular in my home tribe, but it seems he is not as widely venerated here in the Deerwood. I think I used all my reading energy yesterday. I remember thinking that if I consecrated my eye to he who obfuscates and reveals, then maybe with enough devotion, Whale would make use of old ruined thing. Do you mean make use of this old ruined thing? He pulls on the eye patch strap and lets it go with a loud snap. So if you think you see me staring at rumps and cleavage, it's really just the will of Whale controlling my gaze, honest. Of course. What's your relationship with Galawain? I was raised as a disciple of the secret god. He is a champion of the hunt, be it the simple struggle for sustenance or the scholarly pursuit of knowledge. In my older years, I've found... He cuts himself off, shakes his head, and starts again. Life has shown me I am more suited to the ways of Whale. The furious hunt for knowledge often outpaces the journey to real understanding. Druids are known for changing into animals. What sort of creatures can you become? Can you become a possum? Possums are cute. He takes a half step backward as you ask the question. All sorts of things, he says quietly with a long, uncomfortable gaze. Hiravias stares at you blankly, arms folded. Let's discuss something else. That's an unusually terse response from you. What are you holding back?
It's a long story, and I haven't really told it before to an outsider, so bear with me.
Oh my god, you can turn into a bear? I used to have a bear in this party. His name was Fuzzy. Can I call you Fuzzy?
I struggled with spirit shifting, the final rite of passage in my druidic training. I prayed to Galawain for insight and, in the style of seekers of old, went to the forest, alone, to ask for guidance. Then I got my answer. An answer at least. In the form of a vibrantly colored Stelgar that pounced from the underbrush and made a salient demonstration of its capacity to eat things 1/15th its size.
You're alive today, so how did you fend off the beast?
Fend it off. I ripped off its arm and sent it running. As the beast was lopping off bits of my handsomeness, I remember trying to fight back, swinging with arms too short to reach. I felt I had the energy for one last swipe at the beast's nose, and when I lashed out with a punch, my arm felt twice as massive, and my fingers sprouted talons. In a rush of power, I shifted into a mirror of my assailant. Apparently, he couldn't pick on someone his own size. By the battle's end, his severed arm was in my maw. The beast limped away in defeat.
That's quite an impressive tale. I thought learning to shapeshift would win me some respect, maybe trap myself in a Diran lass with a lust for little men. Alas, I might have been better off staying a novice. When I wandered back to my village, they saw my wounds and asked what happened. I showed them. The name they called my form was the Autumn Stelgar, and his mouth opens, but he hesitates for a long moment before choosing his words. They were not impressed. Well, did you still have the severed arm in your mouth? That would have been impressive. The Rio of my circle believed the Autumn Stelgar to be a heinous abomination. It is said that if it eats you, your soul is invariably lost. As this was my first and most intuitive form, they deemed me a carrier of its evil. Even though I never so much as threatened my kin, I was ruled unfit and cast out. Hervi sighs, scratching his scarred face. I don't know what message Galawain was trying to send. The only lesson I learned was that the Seeker God will punish you for seeking. Why didn't you choose your shape-shifting form? No, he says with a huff, it chose me. Oh, you didn't choose your shape-shifting form, my bad. No, he says with a huff, it chose me, or so I imagine. I always assumed I would shift into a stoat. Seems more true to my nature. He points to the embossed pattern of whale on his eye patch. As the obscured teaches, when the answer is inscrutable, one must be content to ponder a question. Were you at least recognized as a proper druid? His brow furrows. No, but I know I passed an initiation rite 5 times more perilous than any of those kin betrayers that insisted I was a failure. Can you learn to shapeshift into something less terrifying? Already can, sometimes do, he says with a beaming smile that quickly returns to his scowl. But the druids of my circle assign great meaning to one's first form. I'll always be unclean to them. So you're some sort of soul cannibal? Hervi stares at you with a frown before covering his face in his hands. I'm sorry, was that kind of rude? Excuse me. No, he mutters. At least, I think not. I've never actually sat down and eaten an entire person to find out. I'm not that curious to find out. Thank you for sharing your story.
Well, if you don't know me, you can't trust me. And if you can't trust me, odds are low you'll leap in front of a flying arrow to save my life.
I probably won't do that anyway. I'm the hero of the story.
I've been meaning to visit the Druids of Twin Elms to see if they know more about my spirit shift. If our journey takes us there, perhaps they can enlighten me with more information about the Autumn Stelgar. But for now, maybe we can talk about something less depressing?
I want to hear more about Galawain and Whale. He stares at you blankly with his one eye. Oh, not sure what more there is to say on the subject unless you're itching for a religious debate. Well, I gotta kill about an hour, so tell me more about your thoughts on Whale. I came to know Whale in earnest in the first year of my exile. I asked myself why Galawain would punish me for asking questions, what just and fair god would punish me for doing as he asks. Questioning why I had been mauled just drove me mad. At the height of my worry, I would have dreams where I only saw with my injured eye. My healthy eye became blind in my dreams. He lifts up the eye patch to gently itch at the socket. You catch a quick glimpse of a puckered and scarred abscess under the whale-embroidered patch. So one afternoon, I stitched a stylized eye motif on the patch. I like to think of it as my self-initiation right into the Brotherhood of Whale. Whale is not an instructive or overbearing deity. He does not freely dispense wisdom and expect all of us to question and explore with our own minds. Whale reminds me of curiosity as being receptive to any and all truths, not hunting for any one answer. Excuse me. Has Whale ever actually spoken directly to you or sent you a sign? No, never directly, he says with a smile. Which is as it should be, given what he represents. I especially like how Whale never sends wild beasts to maul me, but maybe I have low expectations of such things. Let me speak of something else. Let's speak of something else. What more can you tell me about Galawain? A frown overcomes his face as he ponders your question. Consider it a last devotion. I will always respect the Seeker God, but he visited Ruination on me when all I sought was knowledge, just as he thought it should be. He meshes his fingers together and flexes his digits until the joints pop and click. Excuse me. Galawain left his mark on me. I see my shifted reflection, I'm reminded of his presence. Galawain still inspires my fear, just not my worship. Do you think there's any possibility that Galawain is trying to help you, albeit in strange ways? I suppose that, maybe. His one eye squints and his face contorts into a frown. Certainly there's the chance Galawain was trying to help by making me blind and deaf to everything on my right side. Put yourself in my paws. Do I then go back and commune in the woods to him again and invite another attack? It would be a suicidal leap of faith to ever go asking Galawain for anything. He spits on the ground. Anything. And thank you for listening, he says with a slight bow before following in the marching order behind you. Excuse me. I need to find a druid who knows more about the Autumn Stelgar.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't actually run into any druids yet, so there's nothing I need to backtrack for as far as I know. Either way...
Welcome!
Tell me about Lord Hayron's daughter. He frowns and shrugs. His lordship says she up and went missing the other day. He wipes a tankard with his ragged towel, twisting it with swift, jerking motions. I don't know any more than that. However, these lording bastards handle their affairs ain't no business of mine. Perception. You look agitated. Something about this doesn't sit right with you, does it? He slams the clean tankard on the bar. Damn right it don't. That lord saunters in here like he's cut from cleaner cloth than the rest of us, and yet... He shakes his head. Look, I don't want no trouble from you or him or anybody else. I'm just waiting for him to tire my ale and leave so things can get back to normal around here. Let me get a drink real quick. My throat is not playing ball today. Okay. People know me for my integrity, Dengler. I swear I'll set this situation to rights. He leans on the bar and sighs. That girl, Alice, she was looking to disappear. Well, I kind of figured that already. You should have seen her, watching the door like a sheep at the slaughter. All the same, she didn't hardly speak to no one. Only folk I've seen her talk to is Trigil. He nods to the east window. His shop's by the broken tower. Bit of a hothead, that one. My advice is to let the matter drop. Like I say, it don't profit to dig around other people's business. I understand, Dengler. Farewell. Alright. Wait a minute, I want to take care of Ice out. Actually... Okay, no. I was looking to see if I had any spears to give him or anything like that. I have no idea how to build him up.
Good day, stranger.
I'm a higher adventurer. Actually, I'm not.
May Wal watch your step.
I haven't actually looked at Grieving Mother. What is her deal? She is a 9th level cipher. She's a meadow folk. She's from the Deerwood and is a midwife. And she's got her spells, talents. Okay.
Good day to you.
Let's swap her back out for Pelagina for now.
I will wait in the place of your strength.
Except... Because I know how Pelagina works, at least.
I'm ready.
I actually need to do something with your AI while I'm thinking about it. I'm going to put her on support and see what she does. Support aggressive. We're going to try that.
Yeah.
Because I want her to keep this zealous endurance up. Righto, let's go talk to this fella in the tower here. Hi, something tells me you're not on the up and up. Can you tell me about Alice Haran, even though I already asked you this earlier, but I've gotten further information on the matter? Asking again won't change the facts. I still know nothing about her. That's strange. Dengler told me you two were acquainted. He watches you and smiles slowly. He doesn't miss much. What exactly did he tell you? He said she was looking for an escape. Her father's dragged her out here to get hitched to some backwoods noble. She wanted an escape, all right, and I was happy to give it to her. Did you give her an escape into one of your dye vats, maybe? Because that's what I'm thinking happened. We snuck across the river a few nights ago for some private time. Come to find out, we weren't exactly alone. An ogre, hey, it's the ogre, taller than Winfrith's tail, sprung out of the forest. We were so lost in the heat of the moment we didn't notice it until it was upon us. It grabbed Alice and disappeared into the night before I could even pull my britches up. So wait a minute. She wanted to escape, but instead she went for a tryst in the forest with this guy who apparently stinks of deer skins and deer crap. That's kind of weird. Hey Maddox, how's it going? Why didn't you mention this to her father? His lordship's guards have bashed in enough doors looking for the girl. I'm not eager to have them do the same to my head. I'm thinking this man is suspicious. Detective Liquid's on the case. He measures you with his gaze. She could still be alive. I'm in no shape to go after her, but that Haran looks like he'd have coppers to spare for anyone who found her. He scratches his cheek with fingers stained red and yellow. Others around here have seen the ogre east of town. Took most of Rumball's pigs just the other day. If someone were to find it, there'd be a lot of grateful people in Deerford. Okay. Either way, I need to deal with this ogre. And I've got about 40 minutes before I have to get out of here for the day. This is going to be a short stream, unfortunately. So let's go track this ogre. Deerford Crossing, perhaps? Mr. Ogre, bring me a kidnapped noble girl. You're a wood beetle, you're not an ogre. Oh, hey, it's those funny-looking mushroom people.
Huh?
I'll take you, and I'll take you.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys have an effect on you. That's what that... I thought that was like a dead body under you or something. Yeah, they actually remind me of the guys from Dark Souls. God, I'll have to go back and I'll have to play that game again one day. I'll have to do it on stream though. It's more fun to suffer through Dark Souls in front of people. I actually need to play the sequels. I've only ever played the first one. Never played Demon's Souls either. I see a little hidden thing in this tower. Wolves. I'm guessing you're stronger wolves than normal wolves, because there's a lot of you. Oh, and you're surrounding everybody. Sagani, go melee. Adir, get him. Durance, go... or not Durance. Pelagina, go melee.
Hey.
Adir, Durance, go melee. It's right there with you. That wasn't pretty, but they're dead.
Ready, Watcher.
Huh?
How about Bloodborne? Did you ever play that? I keep hearing Bloodborne's pretty good too.
Yeah.
I thought I read somewhere they're actually remaking Demon's Souls for PS5, I'm guessing. Maybe it'll come out for PC or something. I'll grab it at some point. Yeah, that's honestly kind of where I'm at right now. I never got a PlayStation because I just didn't have time to really do anything with it, and I already had an Xbox. It's not like I had anything against the PlayStation, but because of it, I missed out on a lot of games. And now that I have a PC, it's just convenient to have everything on the PC, so I'm like looking for PC ports of everything. Easier to stream that way too. I'm so used to a gamepad nowadays because I grew up with one from my NES days. Actually took me a long time to get used to using a keyboard for everything. I didn't do a lot of PC gaming back in the day. Like, I played Baldur's Gate. I had Quake, which I sucked at. I had Blood, and that was about the extent of my PC gaming. I skipped that area back there because I didn't guess that ogre, so I'm going to see what else is going on over here first. Oh, Zareps. I haven't seen you guys in a while. Yeah, it can be rough if you're not used to using something. Let's take all this stuff. And this. It's a statue of a pair of boots. I guess those are legs. What's this thing? You stand within what looks to be a ruined shrine. A moss-covered remnant of an ancient statue lies before you. Let's examine it. Only the broken legs and feet of the sculpture remain. Long grooves alongside it suggest that it could be moved. Near the base of the statue, you discover a skull carved into the stone. Let's examine the skull first before we break anything here. The skull is carved into the stone in intricate relief. Its mouth agape. Peering closely, you see a rusty keyhole between its jaws. Let's try picking the lock. After several attempts, you realize the rusted lock is beyond the skill of both you and your companions. God darn it, Sagani. Can I push the statue? Pedestal appears to be several hundred pounds of solid stone. You consider who would be best to push it. Myself, I'm strong. You push the statue, arms shaking and feet grappling for leverage. It doesn't budge. What a poor barbarian I am. Use a hammer and chisel to gouge a hole near the statue. Let's try that. I might not be that strong, but I'm really, really fast. I'm nimble. You chip away at the base of the statue. By the time your arms are numb from the ringing hammer blows, you've scratched out a hole just wide enough to fit 3 fingers. Air whistles through the gap, but whatever's on the other side, you won't be able to dig your way through it. Wedge a pry bar under the statue to move it. I'm glad I kept all these little tools I've been picking up. Place the pry bar into the hole you chiseled. Leaning onto it with all your weight, you feel the statue slide and grind along the grooves. The displaced pedestal reveals a dark passage descending into the earth. The air smells... Oh.
Of blood and cowardly loathing. I'll be the effigy if this isn't some nest for the quiet slave's skulking vermin.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing I don't need the key now for the skull. I wonder what the heck's down here. Has only one... Well... I'll come back here in a second, just in case this ties into something else. I like this little area. It's neat looking. Alright, so we got 2 areas to the south to check out. There's nothing up here. Can't go up there. Can't go there. What do you mean I don't want to bind this map to WSAD? Let's attack them. These just worms. Oh, I've outgrown these things being a problem, apparently. They weren't really that bad in the first place, but...
Could use some rest.
Are you tired? Have you not slept? Drake's Den resting bonus. Drake's Den resting bonus. Oh, that's from the inn I was at. Take all that stuff. And that guy is apparently dead and has nothing else on him. Oh, you can... Can you do that? I didn't even know you could do that. A man turns to face you, wiping blood from his S-stock. His knit brow betray a moment of confusion, but as he watches you, a slow, confident smile creeps over his face. The Iron Brand does not meet many travelers this far from the road. What would they be doing out here? An elven man cocks his head at the other, probably after that dragon egg, same as us, boss. Oh, that's right, somebody needed a dragon egg. The dwarf curses and spits into the grass. It's a rhetorical question, you dimwit. He tightens his hand on his sword. Everyone knows the roads between the villages are crawling with brigands. They're obviously bandits, same as us. Why would you want a dragon egg? He laughs. To sell it, of course. If I wanted to eat it, I would have grabbed some pigs from that farm in Deerford, too. Oh, yeah, I didn't even realize you could do that. That actually would be helpful. I might have to set that in a second. What do you know about dragon eggs? He shrugs. They are round and large, and they come from dragons and drakes. What else is there to know? Plenty, which is why you shouldn't be disturbing their nests. He grins. I appreciate the warning, but I'll take my chances. I'm not paying you for the eggs' values. Surely we can divide the spoils somehow. Wait, you're bandits. Do your worst. Alright. I'll check that out as soon as I kill these fellas. Because, yeah, moving like this is a pain in the ass. That's why I usually switch over to the map and then click wherever I want to go and just select it. Oh, you got a wizard that was hidden. Itamok, go for her. Sagani, where you at? You're right there. You're blue. Mark the wizard. You three. Go about your business. Aloth, stand back for a second. Durance, you got a free armor of faith now, so use that. Alright, Aloth. Chill Fog, since I can do that for free now. Oh, Blissa. Who the hell is Blissa? Blissa just came down here. Durance, what to do with you? Foe AoE. Here, just let him use this. Pillar of Faith. Psychus be easy enough. That was simple.
Hey!
Oh, get out of the chill fog then. Jeez. I didn't move you there. I swear I didn't. Take that, Aloth. Take this. Ooh, exceptional. I don't have anybody actually using... Actually, I'll save that because I think Kana might still be using one. Stag Helm. +2 to athletics, +1 dexterity, immune to stuck. That actually might be good for liquid, possibly. Let me see what I got. +1 resolve, +1 perception. And immunity to stuck. Plus this is Stag Helm, and that's going to fit better on a barbarian. That's my logic of things. Combusting wounds. I actually thought you already had that, Aloth. I'll take that just for the hell of it. It's cheap. It's not like I can't afford it. Arduous delay of motion. -30 attack speed. Why not? I got the money. Throw that back in the stash. That in the stash. That in the stash. That with you. Alright. What'd you have? You had a fine leather. Another potion for Sagani and money. Okay. Me. Save it real quick. More junk. Alright. Camera left is what I want, right? Camera left, right, up, and down. There we go. Now how do I turn the speed up? Controls? That's probably options. Wait, graphics, where would that be under? Game. Scroll speed. Let's try that out. Love it. That's going to take some getting used to, but I love it. That is much more convenient. Thank you for that one. That is actually, now I just got to get used to the fact that I can actually do that, because I'm going to forget I have that option now, probably. Alright, let's see. Was there... Oh, there's the egg.
Right.
I'm just, yeah, I'm already doing it. Climb up and get it. I have to have like 18 grappling hooks in my inventory. Cliff face is blackened and melted like candle wax. There's a small outcropping overhead with what appears to be a crude nest. It looks like a challenging climb. That's why we're going to cheat and use a grappling hook. You toss the grappling hook over the ledge, holding the attached rope with one hand. The hook lands with a satisfying clang, and you secure the line with a firm tug. Climb the rope. Take another look at the cliff. There may be only space for one person at the top. Oh man, it's going to suck if I get to the top here and I get attacked by like a drake or something. Alright, Maddox. Let's, boy, climb it yourself. The rope makes for a quick ascent. You climb to the nest in the cliff with ease. Continue. The nest is surrounded by glowing embers. Twigs and bones litter the area. An egg the size of a small keg is nestled among the detritus. Detritus. Looks heavy and awkward to carry. Secure the egg with a rope and lower it. You tie a rope around the egg. I hope this is like a sturdy egg, because I'd be worried about like the thing being crushed between the ropes and stuff. That'd be really hard to do, I would imagine. You lower the egg with slow, steady motions. Once the prize has reached the bottom and settled into the dirt, you safely climb down the cliff. Okay, that was much easier than I thought it was going to be. Alright, so... what else we got? Oh, hey. Hi, guys. I'm just... those guys over there that are dead tried to steal an egg just now. You might want to go... I don't know. Eat them. You guys doing something to slow everybody down? Why is everybody moving kind of slow? I think they were doing something to slow everybody. Ooh, upgrade for the Geared Haywain's Stennis. Cause the Domination Affliction 15 times. All spellbound upgrades are complete. Grants Gref's authority. Once per encounter, 22 to 32 crush damage. Okay, is successful stunned. That's useful. Very accurate. Let's take that then. It sounds like that's done upgrading already. That's a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. Alright, let's slow this down. Now, what else left on this map? We got all that. So we got what I think is going to be the ogre. And we've got this thing over here with the broken statue. Let's head down this way. Save it. I'm going to get a good bit done here in the short amount of time I had for this stream. Forest lurkers. I can deal with you guys. Oh, God, you have Puakwas with you. Okay, we're not messing with them. Aloth. Fireball. Durance, use Armor of Faith. I don't think you probably have to worry about it too much, but it's free, so why not? Aloth, you're going to do a... I'm gonna chill would work on these things. Actually, about as much as fire. Let's try it. Chill fog. You guys focus on that thing. Sweet. Alright, everybody walk around the chill fog. Don't pull a Sagani and just stand there in it. You have Boots of the Long March. Plus 15 max endurance, plus 2 athletics. That's going to be something for a frontliner, maybe? What you got? You got plus 1 constitution. Plus 2 to 20 defense against stuck, paralyzed, hobble. What do you have? You have anything else that's giving you constitution bonuses? Drake's Den Rest. Okay, so... do I want... plus 2 athletics? Increases the effect of second wind. I'm gonna do this just because I like him having a little bit more endurance. Okay, you already have something that gives you a constitutional bonus. Who else does? Endurance doesn't. Sagani. Sagani, you always end up in melee, and you don't have any boots on. Here, take these.
Huh?
Whether I like it or not, you always end up in melee. Take that log. Alright. Let's go, first of all, back down this way. So do I want to hit the statue first, or do I want to hit the ogre? Let's hit the ogre. It's one ogre. I've killed many ogres at once. Yep, pretty sure it's probably the ogre. That's a lot of dead people and things. Dead people and things. It's very clean in here for a very dirty outside. Hi, is there an ogre in here? Excuse me. Find the ogre's lair somewhere in the wilderness. Okay, this must be it. Cave coral. Oh man, this is so nice being able to go up and down with WSAD. Widowmakers, I can deal with them. Oh, there's a lot of you. Durance? Oh, you killed that, okay, without me even having to do anything.
Use some rest.
Oh, so that's why you're saying you need rest. I thought that was the deer saying this. You're fatigued.
Yeah.
What's that do to me exactly? Minus 10 accuracy, minus 10 maximum endurance. Let me check what's over here real quick. Oh, this probably loops around. Alright, let's take a camp. For the hell of it. Better be careful. I'm always careful. Oh, wait. Sagani saunters over to you, stretching her legs. She holds a pouch of deer jerky in one hand. She offers it as she takes a seat across from you. Itamak looks on hungrily. Long day. She bends one arm behind her head, reaching until you hear a pop. Just wanted to see how you're holding up. You seem to have a lot of long nights. Len Key hasn't assassinated me yet, so I guess I can't complain. A bright side to everything, isn't there? She folds her arms over her knees. Look, it's been a while since I had a hunting party, but we're in this together now. And even if we're hunting for different things, we're still hunting together. She takes a hunk of dried meat from her pouch and bites a long strip from it. Itamak licks her lips and she tosses him the rest. I don't understand exactly what's happening to you, but I'll help you find Theos, same as you're doing for me. And golly, that's what being in a party is all about. Paid 450 to my hirelings. Okay. Just in case. Just in case. Here, have some cheese. Have some milk. Let's worry about you two for now. That's the ogre probably. Let's check out the rest of this cave first. Oh, you guys are totally out of order here. Durance, oh boy, shoot. Yeah, Liquid, you go that way. Pelagina, you go that way. Durance, you get the hell out of there. Adir, get up there. Sagani, get back. Aloth, get back. Itamak, go bite a spider. Alright, get back. You have nothing around you. You two, leave Itamak alone and go after these guys.
That's it!
Nice and easy. There's a lot of webbing over to the east there, which makes me kind of wonder if there's a big spider hanging out in here. Maybe.
Most inconvenient.
Well, I'm butchering the spiders, so that's a good sign. Oop. Is this another part of the cave? Alright, let's see what's over here. Oh, okay, it's a cliff. Skull key. Oh. Hey, there's that key. The note is blood-stained and torn, and the edges are smudged with some kind of pigment. From the scraps that are illegible, you can make out hastily written instructions. To avoid the entrance in the tower, traffic through my shop would attract the attention. Deerford may be sympathetic to our goals, but they wouldn't approve of a temple yet. Key to the entrance by the river east of town, but be careful on the road, reports of these days. Well, that's that, Dyer guy. Key to the entrance by the river east of town. I wonder if that's the key that this guy has, so he's got something to do with that whole thing under the statue, I'm guessing. Skane initiates hood. Solidly shaped hood is worn by the novice worshippers of Skane. Crudely fashioned from coarse material, its modest construction befitting of followers of the Quiet Slave. Take all that. Skane cultist robes. Take that in case I need to play disguise again. I'm wondering if I'm going to have to. Yeah, that's that Dyer dude. I knew he was up to something. I still think he's got that girl in a vat of dye or something. Let's go over here real quick. More guys. Spiders. Oh my god. You're a biggin. Let's see here. Sagani, Mark, Hem. The melee guys can take care of everybody else. Pelagina, do whatever you do. Alof. Spiders don't like fire, so maybe start cooking. Durance. Armor. You've all apparently been poisoned. Which doesn't look like it's going to do that much damage. There you go. Now do that again. It went down real quick once everybody got around him.
Right.
And what's this? Could it be a clue? Can't rule out that this spider had something to do with everything, too. Very shady individual. Alright, so that's all that was here, apparently. Alright. Let's save it. And very carefully walk down here.
Someone's a messy eater.
Huh. Well, there's a bear. This guy has backup. Oop. Opals. Wow, that's a lot of dead things. Skulls and bones from an assortment of kith and beasts littered a cavern. They've been crushed, scored, gnawed, and punctured by something with fangs as thick of an Amua's finger. Cave coral. Oh man, this guy's got a lot of bears. Man, you're an ugly individual. As you advance into the darkness, the ground begins to tremble. You hear plodding footfalls, growling breaths, and bone-snapping crunches. An ogre steps out of the shadows, 10 feet tall and bulging muscles. He tears a mouthful from a hoofed, pink-fleshed limb and tosses it aside. He watches you from under the thick ridge of his brows. Too well equipped to be a villager. A bandit from the road, then. Must be. The ogre snorts and tightens his grip around the club. I've kept to myself. Killed no one but the fools reckless enough to chase me down here. Why have you come looking for me? I have a feeling I'm not going to kill this dude. Well, let's start with the first thing you've been accused of. A farmer from Deerford claims you ate his pigs. He rams a fist into the wall and roars. Then I should have eaten the blazing farmer. I underestimated the love these villagers have for their swine. Alright, calm down. Perhaps you could tell me something else. His toothy frown deepens. What? What have you been doing in this cave? Hiding from your kind. He scratches a tusk, glaring at you. Kith driven from their homes by strange storms, bandits out for blood and coin. My kind is unsafe around Kith at the best of times, but now, tempers run hot and ogre blood is valued among your alchemists. His fingers flex around his club. You've already eaten an entire herd of pigs. At that rate, you won't be able to hide out in here for long. I know that. He smashes his club into the ground and takes a long, bracing breath. My chances are still better here, human. He clutches his club with both hands and draws it closer. You seem sensible enough to understand that now you found me here, I can't let you leave. Excuse me. You don't need to stay in this miserable cave. I'm sure a big, strong ogre like you would have no problem out in the wood. No, this place isn't safe. Even if you kill me, it's only a matter of time before someone else finds you. He grits his teeth and glares at you, his eyes hard and narrow with rage. Korgrak takes several heaving breaths, seemingly ready to charge at any second. How do I know his name? He never mentioned his name. Finally, he drops his club. That's what I was afraid of. He sighs, blasting you with his fetid breath. Time to move on, then. Excuse me, where will you go? Wait, no. I have a stronghold in Caed Nua. Help me defend it, and you can stay as long as you like. Make your friends your enemies. Sell my services for the shelter of a fortress. Sounds like another kind of trouble, but perhaps one I can handle. He begins shuffling back into the shadows. If you need me, you'll know where to find me. I'll leave Deerford alone for now. Before I go, I need to ask you about a missing noblewoman. I've done my best to avoid Kith, especially kind might give rise to search parties. No, I haven't seen her. Thanks for the information. And take your bears with you, please. I want to have a fortress that's defended by bears. Alright, let's get out of here. That's done. I'm sure What's-His-Face is going to be mad because I didn't kill the ogre, but that's tough. Yeah, go for it. If there's anything in here that's hidden, I am more than welcoming of being told where it's at. Because I hate to, like, wander around and search all the time for that kind of thing. Is there something back where he was at, maybe? In his room below the carpet? Excuse me.
Laying low.
You can't see me. Not enough mechanics. Do you, like, do you have to be scouting to find hidden objects? Because Sagani found something that was hidden in the, Dire Guy's lair earlier, and she wasn't in scouting mode. I thought you had to be scouting for that to happen. It's under where the bears are staying. Alright, I'll have to remember it's there. I'll come back for it. She just leveled up. I think her mechanics is at, like, 7 at this point. Lowers required. Oh, okay. That explains that then. Yeah, I'll just have to remember that. I'll come back to it maybe after she goes up another level. Alright. I'm gonna check this place out real quick, but I don't know how far I'm going to get into it. Because I can't stay for too long today. Skeleton has a +9 deflection ring just outside the cave. How did I miss that? Oh, is that a hidden thing too? Ooh, how'd I do that? Get out of there.
I shall be discreet.
There we
Always something new.
go. I will take that. +9 deflection. Who the heck could use that? You have a ring of protection, and you have a +5 deflection. So let's get rid of the minor and go with a major. And then who has a slot open? You still have 2 rings of unshackling for some reason. Durance, you can have one. Does anybody have like a free slot they can... Here, Sagani, you can have that. Alright, so we got that. Now, I'm going to take a quick peek in here real quick. Kickstarter Memorial. This effigy is made of several crooked sticks tied together with rough twine. It casts an ominous flickering shadow on the wall. Let me ask you this before I walk in here, Maddox. Should I put that robe and that mask on that I found? That follower Skyne stuff that I found? Like, is this another thing where I need to be, like, incognito? Or should I just walk right in here? Just save me a restart. Because surely they wouldn't have given me that for no reason, right? No matter if you disguise yourself. Alright, I'm just gonna walk in. Let's take a quick look-see here. They'll still attack me. This memorials. This looks like this is gonna be a dungeon. Oh, hey, there's a bunch of you here. What do you got? Cultists, temple guards, cultists. Alof. Might as well daze some people. You got some melee guys in here. Durance, what do you got? Armor of Faith, since they're melee. These guys are a little bit tougher to take down, but nothing too bad. Junk, 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 junk. Take all this crap. Take the money.
Right.
Back up here.
I'm ready.
Back up
I'm
here. It's easier to start from the other side, you believe? Okay. I'm actually gonna sit myself back at the entrance.
Right.
Because I'm going to stop. I got to stop for today. I got something I got to do.